We have Frederick Juma and Sarah Alice in the building from GreenCard Mtaani, which is also in partnership with the Mastercard Foundation. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
Freddy, Sarah, uko salama?
Niko salama.
Frederick, you good?
I'm good.
Maybe we can start with you and your introduction. Let us know what it is that you do, and this is your camera.
Okay. So my name is Frederick Juma, team leader and founder GreenCard Mtaani organization. We are a registered community-based organization since 2014. So we started by using sports and arts to fight crime and drugs.
Okay.
So later on we came into sports. Sports. We also do education support to needy and orphan children, and also we do youth and women empowerment trainings, which is also part of what we are going to discuss here today. Yeah. So currently we have a project dubbed "It's Up to Us," which is in partnership with GreenCard Mtaani and Mastercard Foundation.
Okay.
And it's a 2 months project, November and December.
Okay, wacha tusikie kwanza introduction before we get into the details, because I have so many questions around that. But Sarah, maybe you can tell us a bit more about yourself.
Yes. Nikiongea kwa
Kiswahili.
Yes.
Sawa.
Nikiongea kwa kuhusu hiyo mambo ya
majina tu.
kwa Fred.
Tukujue.
Yes. Kwa majina naitwa Sarah Alice.
Yes.
Sorry. Sasa mimi naweza furahia kwa kikundi ya GreenCard. Naona amenisaidia.
Uliingia lini? Ulisikia kuihusu lini?
Nikiingia, I think niko na 2 months.
Uko na 2 months. Kwa hiyo ulisikia 2 months ago.
Yes.
Nilifanya uweze kutaka kukuwa part of the project.
Kwa sababu nimeona amesaidia watu wengi. Kama wamama. Kuna wamama wako na biashara. Wamempea biashara ya nyanya. Walikuwa naleta nyanya. Wanauza ni vitu ndogo ndogo ambao wanasaidia wamama. Sasa nikaona hiyo ni poa. Vile mimi sikuwa na kazi, then nikaenda kwake.
Okay.
Akaniingiza kwa hiyo program. Kaleta seminar. Katufundisha mambo ya sabuni, kutengeneza vitu. Yaani hizo vitu ndogo ndogo. Mimi naona ametusaidia sana.
So Frederick umesema it's a community based organization.
Yes.
Ni mtaa gani hii?
We work in Kibera. And it's part of its environments, which is part of Langata, not the entire Langata.
Okay.
We are working with parts that are more of like Kibera, more of like the slum part of it.
Okay.
So this is after 2013, the IBC. So there's a part of Kibera that went to Langata. So we still consider it as part of Kibera.
Still part of Kibera.
Yeah.
And what inspired this? How did it start for you as a founder of GreenCard Mtaani?
So I played football up to the national level, and I'm born and raised in Kibera, by the way.
Okay.
So when I stayed outside Nairobi for like 3 years. So when I used to come back, and then I would go and see the normal matches amta, and I'll get different stories. So when I come this week, I'll see a pure talent of maybe a child of 13, 14, 15 years. Maybe when I come next time, I get a different story, like the child is no more. He was either killed by mob justice or gunshot. So I felt so bad, and I wanted to do something using just the same sport to try and figure out to get them back on track. To also let them know that crime doesn't pay, and football also can put food on the table. And also to remind them that football was a short-term career, and they also need to focus on education and all that. Yeah,
okay.
So that's how we started.
That's how it started. How long has it been running now?
So we've been running since we started in 2012, but we legally registered in 2014.
Okay.
So we've been in the industry since then.
Since then.
Yes.
Lakini Sarah Alice uliingia 2 months ago, kumaanisha uliona change imefanyika pale kwa kwa mtaa.
Yes.
Kabisa. Na ukiangalia wamama peke yake ama pia vijana wako katika GreenCard Mtaani?
Ni kila mtu. Abagui. Angali ni kijana, mama, mzee, nini. Yaani amesaidia watu wengi.
Okay.
Kila mtu ambao uko na shida, ukienda anaweza kuambia, anaweza kusaidia, then anakuambia kitu ambayo juu hawezi kusaidia kila siku. Lazima kupee kitu ambayo ukikaa chini hata wewe pia utaendelea kukusaidia maisha yako yote.
Unajisaidia na kuonyesha mwelekeo.
Yes.
Okay. How did the partnership come about, your Mastercard Foundation?
So about the Mastercard Foundation, it's we legally we just do proposals, and then they're vigorously vetted, and then we won one of it. So we've been doing this for the past 2 years, but we started advocating for the same I think in July.
Okay.
So the project itself started in November, and we are going to run it for 2 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And could you probably maybe just give us an overview of what the VSLA is?
Okay. Actually, the VSLA means Village Savings and Loan Associations.
Yes.
Which is something that we've been doing as GreenCard. So currently we are trying to focus on it more because since we were hit by COVID, we are trying to get people to be resilient and also to have a recovery model economically.
Yes, because as much as we can't ignore the fact that corona ilikuja na ikafanya tumekosa kwenda kazini.
Yeah, so hatuwezi kaa tu tuseme kile kitu iko sawa. So we are trying to create that resilience in the community and also to give a recovery model. We are training them on village savings and loan associations. So we are training 40 people per day for 3 days. That is every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
So after this they also go, actually the training entails financial literacy, savings, loan, and budgeting, and also choosing a business and all that. So we also do soap making to them. Yeah, so these are the programs that we feel it's something that we can live with them and they'll get something out of it in the actually instantly, because after that they can be able to get detergents, do the soaps, and with COVID everybody needs to get soaps, hotels and all that. Yeah. So yeah, that's about the VLC.
Okay. Sarah.
Yes.
Kwa hiyo 2 months yenye umekuwa kwenye kikundi ama ulijoin GreenCard Mtaani,
yes.
Unaweza sema maisha yako imebadilika vipi? Ni nini ilikuwa inaendelea before alafu saizi imechange kabisa?
Mimi kwa hapo GreenCard nazaona nimechange. Juu kama mimi sikuwa na kazi.
Hukuwa na kazi?
Sikuwa na biashara. Amenifundisha vile naweza pata pesa yangu kidogo kidogo. I think sasa naweza jisaidia watoto hawezi kaa wakilala njaa.
Yes.
Na najua vile naweza saidia watoto wapate chakula ili wakule. Kama waliniingia hapo amenifundisha mambo ya kutengeneza sabuni.
So unatengeneza
yes, Star Soft.
So hizi vitu unatengeneza kwa nyumba yako?
Walitufundisha kwa kikundi,
yes.
Alita wa mama wakakuja ametufundisha sisi kama tunajua vile tunaweza tengeneza sabuni. Kama saa hii sikuwa najua kila kitu, najua kutengeneza jik, naweza tengeneza jik niuze ama nioshe nguo yangu, baiti ya watoto izili si tan. Naweza tengeneza Star Soft niuze, napata pesa yangu. Naweza tengeneza sabuni hii liquid shop, nipate pesa yangu. Juu naona hapo nimechange. Juu siwezi lala njaa.
Ni kweli.
Juu nikitoka na sabuni nje najua nitapata mtu atachukua, nitarudi na kitu kwa nyumba ili nisaidie watoto. Hapo naona amenisaidia. Naweza kupata pesa yangu kidogo, naenda kutafuta nyanya, narudi nikishauza sabuni, narudi jioni nauza nyanya. Hapo amentusaidia. Naona amenisaidia mimi kwa maisha yangu. Chenye sikujua naona nimejua kwa sasa. Yes.
Na umeweza kuongea pengine na wanawake wengine, marafiki zako, kuwaonyesha umuhimu wa kuwa katika kikundi hiki?
Yes, hata sasa tuko kwa kikundi, hata jana tulimit tunatengeneza kikundi.
Okay.
Tunataka kujua mingi ya kutengeneza vitu mingi sana na tulishaongea.
Okay.
Yes.
Frederick, it's like you're having ambassadors everywhere.
Actually VSLA entails the entire Kibera. So we are doing 10 people per village.
Okay.
In 16 villages in Kibera. So we also the 10 people are also forming groups. So they have chairpersons, secretary and treasurer. So they're also trying to save small amounts among themselves, savings and loan among themselves before they think of taking it to another, maybe banks and all other microfinance institutions. So out of this, they are saving, they are loaning themselves, they are also coming up with new ideas, financial goals, what can we do as a group. Then they start savings, then they hit up the group, rather the goal, and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You talked about it's all up to us.
It's up to us.
It's up to us.
Yes.
What is that? What is that?
So
what does it mean?
It's up to us is the name of the project. We are dubbing it. It's up to us. But the headline is Usilegeze COVID-19 bado iko. So we're just trying to remind the society that COVID-19 is still there, as much as the president They lifted so COVID-19 is still there, and people need to mask up, they need to wash their hands, they need to keep distance and all that. So we have several activities that are ongoing within the 2 months.
Okay.
So we have hand wash stations we are setting up in Kibera, 2 per every ward. And then we're also doing wash trainings in schools. So we have 2 schools per ward. So we are doing 12 schools.
Okay.
And then so we go to the schools, we train the kids on washing hands, hygiene and sanitation and all that. And then we're also doing cleanups. So the cleanup basically is to remind the society that also how you throw your mask after you've used it also matters.
Yes.
So we are cleaning the society, or rather the community around, and we remind them the same. Apart from that, we're also doing village forums. So we have village forums where we have 40 people at once from that village, and it cuts across. 40 people
in one village?
In one village.
Okay.
And it cuts across all the villages. So it cuts across also in terms of age. We have in the mobilization sector, which we are using CHVs. CHV are community health volunteers, people who've been trained by the ministry to be able to highlight health issues in the community. So the CHVs, when they're doing mobilization, they also have to consider PWDs, people with disability, the youth, faith-based. There must be either a sheikh or a church leader, then youth representatives and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're also doing wall murals in the schools, the same schools that we are doing. So we are just leaving that the paint always to be there. Like if they see the wall, they'll remember themselves that, rather remind themselves that they need to wash hands and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, so actually, not only on schools, we're also doing some the same
the
surrounding communities, around the play fields, and all that.
Okay, just to continue reminding people that COVID is not over, it's still here with us. And you're covering everything, because if I take care of myself, alafu pia niweze kufanya biashara, then I am fit, and it's not just me, the community.
Yeah.
So kieka yote pamoja, then it becomes something else magical.
Yeah, the circle is well surrounded.
It is. What is the where are we headed with this? What is the vision?
The vision is just to remind the society that we need to also prepare ourselves psychologically in terms of economical recovery. You know, these things, it's not, we are not sure that everybody knows it's not over.
It's not over.
And at the same time, there's assumption. Some believe that iliisha. But we are reminding them that it's still there, and they need to take the measures and also to plan themselves in the future, so that in case something of the sort happens again, then not everybody will lose a job. Okay. You'll have something tangible for yourself that you can do within this the household or just the surrounding, and you get your money. Because as you see, last time when the COVID started, so many people lost jobs, and they were permanently employed and all that. So if you have your own business, then you're better off than someone who's employed.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Sarah, maneno yako ya mwisho pengine kwa watu wale wana watch saizi na wangetaka pengine kujoin kikundi, how would you encourage them, wapatie motisha?
Kijana za courage. Hivi hata sasa bado tunataka. Juu hii kikundi yetu najua tutasaidia mbele yetu. Naendelea, then tuko na saving, hata tumeanza saving. Sasa hata jana tulitoa pesa.
Mnatoa shilingi ngapi?
Hatujaweka.
Kile wewe unaweza.
Kila hata kama ni 1,000, 10,000, hiyo ni yako.
Okay.
Weka yenye unaweza. Juu hiyo ni nini yako. Hiyo ni pesa yako.
Kweli.
Ukiweka unajua mbele unataka tutafanya hivi, juu tukishajua unajua nataka tujue mingi. Hiyo kwa hiyo kikundi yetu. Hata sasa kama tuko na mpango kutengeneza vile tomato sauce.
Mmesonga?
Hata tumewambia.
Sabuni mmetoka sasa tunatoka tomato.
Yes.
Okay.
Unajua kwa sasa
plan zaidi.
Yes. Unajua hizi vitu ni kazi ya mkono. Sasa unajua tunataka kujua kila kitu ambayo ina kazi ya mkono.
Okay.
Ili wamama wasilale. Jua vile sasa kuna COVID ilifika, hakuna pesa. Kama sasa imetoka kazi hakuna. Unajua biashara ndio sasaidia wamama.
Kweli.
Juu maybe kuna mama kuna watoto na ana bwana, sasa atajisaidia aje. Lazima ajue, kama unajua watu tofauti.
Kweli.
Wengine wamesoma, wengine wajasoma. na hawezi pata, wengine wamejasoma na hawezi pata kazi, hawana kazi mwenye wanafanya. Ni hiyo kitu hizo ndogo ndogo zitasaidia wamama.
Kweli.
Juu unaona hata wamama wengi wamesaidia na hiyo sabuni. Watu wametoka na juu. Juu alianza tu na 5 liter, sasa mtu anatengeneza 20 liters.
Yes.
Juu alianza na pesa kidogo. Sasa yakuja na hiyo 20 liters yake ndio anasomesha mtoto kwa school fees. Inamsaidia.
Kweli. Na muda wetu umeyoyoma. Maybe watu wanaweza kupata wapi GreenCard Mtaani? Iko social media? How can people be a part of the movement?
Actually, we are on Facebook as GreenCard Mtaani, GreenCard one word.
Yes.
Mtaani. Then we also on Twitter the same at GreenCard Mtaani, and then our website is just www.greencardmtaani.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And shout out to Mastercard Foundation for partnering with GreenCard Mtaani and making this possible. We are going to take a very short commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go too far.